what inspired me of what I took my trend of life for. When I was a young kid, we had a hotel and a restaurant. I could have run the hotel and run the restaurant. My uncle was very helpful, but as I went to school, I wanted to play with cars. And I could do that with the teachers. I'd come in and pass the thing and jump in my car and go down and start playing with my cars with my buddies. This is what I felt I wanted to do. When it comes to graduation, the principal looks at me and he says to everybody, you're the least to ever succeed, and you don't get a diploma. Everybody else got diplomas, but I didn't. It's okay.
Did that bug you at all?
It didn't really, at that period of time, didn't make any difference whether you had one or not, because what was I going to do with a diploma? I was doing custom cars, and I was building cars, and I was heading for Los Angeles. It didn't mean beans to me. Going on from the time when my aunt passed away, and my brother went into the service, then I just jumped in my little 36 Ford, and Hollywood, here I come. And I got down there and looked at all the fun things there was. I'm driving down Vermont Boulevard. Regretfully, things like pretty girls change your mind. I see a pretty girl, I'm looking at her, and I rent. God was with me. He made that happen. Because by doing that, by me rear-ending my car, meant that I had to go and have it fixed. So I went to the Jones Brothers body shop and I said, hey, can I use your shop for a little bit? I want to straighten out my car. Okay, kid, here's a torch, here's a metal. Go ahead, bang away. Weld up the fender, do it. That's what I did. And I'm welding fenders and just learning all that self-taught. Nobody showed me nothing. And my buddy came and helped me. And from there, I could see people were coming in. Oh, will you do this for me? Can you do a nose and deck for me? Can you chop my top? Can you boom, 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 boom? I'm like, wait a minute. Come on. I take my buddy. We go to Bell. Get a little shop in Bell. We both slept in the restroom. We took two little cots and put in a shower. And that's where we both stayed and worked in the shop the guy let us have to go ahead and customize cars. Every phase grew to where I was able to get that shop. The only problem is if I'm going to change that car and I'm going to make it a custom, I'm going to change the name. Customs with a K. No more C. That's out. Okay? Custom with a K. My time with Peterson came to me to go into his show. He got together with a couple, 2 or 3 guys, and they were race car guys. So then he figured, well, there's a lot of interest in the racing, the Dry Lakes, Bonneville. So that means, hey, I'm gonna, let's get this thing going. I met him and he said, yeah, it's a great looking car. I said, well, let me put it in your show. He said, oh, okay. Well, there's a corner over there. Go ahead and put it over there. So let me put it in the corner. And I roped it off, put a lot of photos around, things I do. And he found out that everybody come to me. Oh, come on, will you do that for me? Will you do that for me? Can you customize my hair? Can you chop and top for me? Boom, boom. All the interest was me, not the racing. So he finally realized that, hey, it's not the racing that the people want. It's going to be that everyday John Doe public that's going to want to drive a car down the street and pick up girls or go to the drive-in or go over to Bob's. But it's their everyday living. To be a race car guy, to go to Bonneville is once every year. Or you're going to run into a racetrack. Maybe it might be once every month. Customizing is every minute of the day, whether you go to a drive-in or whether you drive down the street or whether you go to whatever. It was a part of a person's life. He comes, he says, we want you to be a partner. He put me in the custom division of hot rod, custom, car craft, and motor trend. I I did all of their little books, I did all of their articles. From there, it elevated to the Q&A. Q&A means people would write in and say, I got a 56 Ford, what can I do to make the front end look better? And then, at night, and Shirley and I, we would write this together. The next morning, we'd go to Peterson's and hand in the article so that they could do it, and I'd pick up another quick Q&A and come home and do it again. Every step I would learn from somebody, whether it was a part of a car or some way in life. John Derrick was tremendous. He was not only an athlete, but he was a great guy. And he showed me how to use my little Rolleiflex. I told him, John, I want to photograph everything. He says, good, here's a Rolleiflex, here's what to do. I got a tripod, put a tripod there, went over there to lead in the fender. I'd go over there, I'd set the thing, I'd go, hey, I'd go over and set the thing, start letting, click, come over here, start letting, click, come back over there, start cutting it, click. I had everything on a tripod, so I didn't have to depend on keeping a guy there to take pictures because it would just take up time. I was starting then to get really tied into the movie world.
But why do you think that these celebrities came to you?
Because I was creating something that was in their needs, whether it was transportation, whether it was something that was going to get exposure for them, whether they were going to get PR from it, or what. It was something in their needs. Late 50s, the toy industry starts coming in. Lou Glazer and his wife came to me and said, can you design this toy or this hobby kit? So they elevated it and was the first ones to make hobby kits of the cars that I was making. A&T in Detroit called me in and says, hey, can you do customizing on these different hobby kits? What made me interested?
Yeah.
Because I was designing things that I was creating. My creations were enjoyable, and I was making money from it, where I didn't have to make the whole car. I made a toy, and it just grew. For that, went into bicycles, made the first bicycle with map wheel. I'd go down Park Avenue with my bicycle. They got a hold of me, the bicycle company. Can you get somebody that's a celebrity? I call him Clint Eastwood. Hey Clint, I need to get announced I'm going to do a bicycle. Can you come? Sure, George. He come over here, got out in front, and I made a script for him. You know, just, so I said, well, here's what we kind of talked about. I handed it to him. He took it like this, folded it up, put it in his pocket. I said, oh shit. I said, I embarrassed the guy. He looks at all you guys. Are you guys ready? What are you guys ready? Yeah. Boom, 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 boom. It was like that. How was that guy? I said, all right. Clint, it's perfect. Okay, see you when you're ready next time. We already had two good shows. We had Beverly Hillbillies, we had the Monsters. Right away, Dozier said, I gotta have something for Batman. When I went over there, I looked at his script. What did he have? Pow, bang, wow. So wait a minute, what are you doing? He said, oh, we're driving, it's gonna go pow, things are gonna come out, rocket tubes are gonna go, chain slicers are gonna go. I said, well, if you're gonna do that with Adam West, with them, I'm gonna have it included in the car. Well, it can't be done, it'll be done. I'll make it so that it'll happen. And that's why it became so popular, is because then the car became a star. If there was a will, like I was telling you, there's a way. Do it. You can talk about it, you can listen about it, you can read about it, not much, because there was hardly anybody doing anything. You had to pioneer it.
Did anyone ever think you were crazy when you were going through making all these changes, or was everyone pretty supportive?
I got more pros and cons and no's and yes in anything. There was no way I could determine whether they hated me or they wanted to chop me up, or whether they kicked me in the butt, or, hey, kid, you're doing it the wrong way. What do you think you're doing? Get out of here. It's too expensive. Get on your ass. I had more no's and yeses and destinies and done than any person in the world.
And what drove you every day to do more?
The will to succeed, the will to create something different, and to have a part of somebody's life that was an advantage to make their life easier.
That was great stuff, though. Awesome stuff.
There you go.
Now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every highway. Oh, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway. Oh, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall and did it my way. I've loved, I've laughed and cried, I've had my share, my fear of losing. Now, as tears subside, I find it all so amusing to think I did all that, and may I say, not in a shy way. Oh no, not me. I did it my was mine.